This video is going to be separated into 3 parts. Part number 1 is of course going to be the No More Heroes review. Part number 2 is going to be No More Heroes 2 review, which I felt is necessary because I love the game. And part number 3, well, it's going to be a little secret. And we're going to do that until after this whole thing is done. So, let's get on with part number 1. No More Heroes is made by Grasshopper manufacturer in New South on only for the Nintendo Wii Entertainment System, and is really shown as one of the very few games that are actually Nintendo Wii alive. And does it really hold our reputation for being one of the very few games that actually make it on a well-loaded system? Pretty much, yeah. No More Heroes is actually one of the very most gory and violent games of the Nintendo Wii if you pretty much exclude Mad World and possibly any other game I actually have been fortunate to play yet. But other than that, it's pretty much one of the best games on the Wii so far, if not one of the best. The main plot of the game is you're playing as a character named Travis Touchdown, a local nobody of Santa Destroy. He wakes up one day to realize that he's got zero money at all. So what he decides to do is get a job in killing a very local killer of the neighborhood known as the Drifter. Anyways, he kills the guy and gets a reward. What he doesn't expect is that guy happened to be number 11 of a UA rank out of killing spree. Now, when Trevor killed him, he becomes number 11 himself. This all goes really well because, hey, he's got the title as number 11 of the best ranked assassins out there in America. That's pretty good. But greed goes to Travis, and he wants to become number 1. So, what he decides to do is kill every single assassin in the way ahead of him. This is a very bold move, and may take some very hard training, which is why this game is actually set up with a lot of training besides the game, which I actually find very entertaining. What I like about the game, other than just the story mode, is the fact is what you can do on your free time, other than just going against the bosses. Because all you really need to do is actually do some of the free missions around there, around the neighborhood of Santa Destroy, and collect money from either doing easy rank jobs or more assassin type rank jobs, so that we can go to the rank fight and fight the next in line. But you can also do other things other than that, such as go to certain areas you can unlock in the game after beating a rank fight in order to go to spend some of your money on. There are many few places you can go to in the game that are actually accessible through being the characters. Number 1 is your friend's shop, known as Beefhead Videos, owned by Bishop. Basically, here all you can buy is videos you can actually watch at your motel, so you can learn wrestling moves and other stuff like that. Another one is known as Area 51. Sorry, I'm confused. Area 51 is a clothes shop, essentially, where you can basically buy, well, clothes. What is that? And also, a really noticeable thing in the game is you can actually buy t-shirts in the shop, but what you can actually do is you're free roaming around the neighborhood when you're not on your motorcycle. By the way, that thing's like a tank. If you go around, you can actually find dumpsters, and you kick them open, you can either find $2,000 or a t-shirt, which you automatically wear if you pick up. More places include Thunder Ryu's gym, which you can go to train your stamina and strength up, and what was it? Oh yeah, Naomi's shop, which is behind your apartment. What you can do here is buy yourself some new swords or upgrades for the swords you already have, such as energy saving or a radar which detects hidden treasure. This is very helpful in case you actually need some money and you're really close to getting the money you need, but you don't want to do another pointless job. So you see your money on your radar, you walk towards it, you get it, you're done, you go fight the next rank boss and have him do another pointless job. Pretty simple. What I also like about the game is that the fact is you can actually pay to go to the rank fight, but when you get there, it's not so easy as, oh, just fight the rank boss. There's a bunch of goons that work for the boss, or at least I think work for the boss, that are trying to get in your way so that you don't get to them. So it's kind of a long journey to get to the boss itself in order to get to number 1. So it's not as easy as pay, go fight them, done, go to the next one. So it gives it a little more of a challenge instead of making an easy playthrough game that you can just wipe out in a matter of 2 or 3 hours. The music is pretty kick-ass in the game. I will give it that. It's really awesome. Plus, you have certain different types of swords you can use. There, of course, is your original sword, the Bloodberry, and there's other swords you can get from the enemy shop, which basically don't really matter depending on which one you get. They're basically all better than the other. The final sword, though, is the most important sword because it's the best one. Plus, if you combine it with the energy saber, it makes a complete enemy slasher. The game has actually pretty high replay value. I actually find myself to this day actually playing this game quite a lot, over and over and over again, just because how fun it is. Not to just run right through it, because I actually have beaten this game on bitter mode at least a matter of 3 times, and at least somewhere like twice that on Sweet, just out of using the stuff I've gotten on bitter mode. A few complaints about the games, and this is going to be a little bit of a ramble here. I'm not quite the fan of the driving around just to get to your destination thing, which is actually kind of why I like No More Heroes 2, and I'll explain that why in the next video. But it kind of gets a little dull after a while, just driving back and forth to get to your destination. It kind of gets annoying. There's even a part in the game where you get to the rank number 1 where you fight Jean, and you need the best sword in the game. But if you did like me and didn't actually remember to return the sword into Naomi, so that by the time the rank 1 fight gets there, you can just go to Naomi, buy the sword, and go to the rank fight, because they steal your motorcycle in the rank fight. You go out of your apartment, someone steals it, you run to the freeway, you ride it, and there it goes. Now, if you save the game, and you're at the point, like the save point before you fight Jean, and you lose against Jean because you don't have a good sword, you can easily go back to the No More Heroes hotel and just go buy the sword. But the problem is it costs some money. If you don't have the money to buy it, you're screwed because you have to walk all the way around town on your feet just to get enough money to raise it. I think that's kind of crap considering you gave her the sword, and just because she upgraded it, she charged a lot of money for you to get the sword back. That seems kind of like high robbery if you ask me. Other things I don't quite like about the game is, and this is something I don't like about some certain games when it comes to slashers, it's when you're trying to attack one enemy and the other enemies behind you are constantly attacking and you have no way of dodging them. And I think No More Heroes 2 actually kind of solved that a little bit better, because they actually give you a little more faster of time to for your reflexes to avoid getting hit from another enemy. Of course, this doesn't actually work quite so well on like one of your swords in No More Heroes 2, and I think the boss battles are a little harder when it comes to avoiding their special attacks that they charge up for like at least a second to deliver on you. It's kind of hard to avoid them. Other negative things. The radar. You can buy the radar from Naomi's shop. Now, there's another place I forgot to mention that's unlockable. It doesn't actually charge any money. You can find these certain things around the city known as Yukilov balls. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. They're like footballs from, I'm guessing, the UK or Illinois or Europe. I think that's where he's from, because I'm just guessing. You can find these things lying around the town. There's like there's a bunch of them, and if you get 7 of them, you can go to this place like behind the alley of the Beefhead videos. You turn 7 of them into this guy, and he's this Russian guy, and he teaches you these moves for all these 7 balls. And keep doing it over and over and over again, you get all the moves. And one of them I actually like is you can hold the B button and you dash wherever you're going, which has its own limit of energy, as well as the bicycle ride you have, the motorbike you have. The thing is that when you get the radar, it's not as easy finding the Yukilov balls, because the radar gets in the way and confuses you with all sorts of things, because I constantly got confused whether I'm collecting a ball or digging for buried treasure. But I kind of know better, because if it's going to be an alleyway, I definitely know it's going to be a Yukilov ball, but if it's going to be treasure, then I definitely know it's going to be a Yukilov ball. But if it's going to be an alleyway, I definitely know it's going to be a Yukilov ball, but if it's going to be an alleyway, I definitely know it's going to be a Yukilov ball, but if it's going to be treasure, it's probably not going to be there. But it can get confusing when I'm comparing those two to the treasure or the trading cards, which you can actually get to find buried underground in bitter mode, instead of just finding treasure as well. One thing I don't quite understand is the buried treasure as well. You can find about like $1,000 buried treasure, but you can find $2,000 in a trash can. Who would throw that money away other than burying it? So that's all I have to say about No More Heroes 1. It's a pretty good game, and it's really, if you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it for you. Now, the next video is going to be, of course, No More Heroes 2. So, if you just check on the link in the right there, you will see the link to the video. So, see you then.